Hello everyone, I'm Captain Mick56. It's been a couple of weeks since I did a video. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I've been working on since then. Let's start with a big motorcycle. There we go. And this is what all the invisible stuff looks like. So, big counterweight underneath it made out of titanium. This piece here, it's an interesting story behind that piece. That is enclosed a piece of ice in order to keep the vehicle from toppling over to give it a nice balance point. I deleted that piece of ice out of there yesterday because I decided that the tipping was preferred to the ramming in. Even though I have all this protection on the piece of ice, it would hit rocks and stuff and it would just catch and the vehicle would stop or it would flip sideways or do some kind of crazy thing. I just rather drive over the rocks and drive over all the debris, anything that the gigantic, see if I can get a perspective here, protection doesn't take care of. So there's my protection blocks. I found that this method here with stacking them like that, a little gap in between, it seems like the front edge or the back edge of the protection block is what interacts with the rocks. So doing this kind of thing, like fins, helps to deal with rocks at the end. For instance, the lighthouse stage, it'll chew right through them. If you have a solid block, if you have a vehicle that's capable of driving over things, then the solid block style works great. There's not really any reason not to just have a single solid block if your vehicle is capable of absorbing all of the all the rocks, or, bouncing over them and stuff. So let's see. Jeez. Okay, I just reloaded it to get the invisible parts invisible again, but it's the same thing you just saw. Uh, this is an old wheel inside here with a couple of fins. Looks like a propeller. I put dragon harpoons on each one of these these fins here, and so when they spin, they look kind of neat. There's the on switch right there that I just clicked. I'm gonna unanchor everything. That causes the motorcycle to fall, and you can see the spinning going on right there. It's a cool thing. That is just, I just think it's pretty. The little spiral thing. It's just neat. So it works just about like a motorcycle. The tipping is totally not motorcycle-like. Um, it's buildable physics, so it is what it is. The big protection block does its job pretty well, except for when you get into the exploding stuff. Of course, it doesn't protect you at all, and has to rely on the wheels running over stuff. So what it does right now, if I get it going kind of sideways, it really lays over. With the big block of ice underneath it, works good for a small motorcycle, um, and would be the good choice for this one if I if it balanced out, if it was worth that, if that was worth more than the ability to just drive over stuff. But like this stage here, the ice block underneath was just a big pain because I really just had to wait for the protection blocks to chew through those big rocks. Otherwise, it would just get snagged on them. So that actually works pretty good like that. It's a little raggedy, it's a crazy drive, but it's fun, and it actually does 90% probably success rate to the end, maybe 92. I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge, but better than half, for sure, by a long shot. Times I've died, maybe once, but I haven't actually run that one too often. I just made it a couple days ago. So here is the other one. Fast forwarding. So big car. I haven't put a license plate on it yet. I mean, text on the plate. It'll be interesting to see what I try to name this thing. I don't know. There's the guts of it. Big counterweight underneath it is, of course, titanium. Gold bar to connect it to the rest of the vehicle. This piece here is just a piece of plastic that extends all the way out in front. That's the core of the protection, and there's the layered thing again. The fin, there's nothing to say about that. Everything up here, everything on top is all collision off, so I don't run into the stage boundaries and stuff. Basically, the first thing that's collision on is probably the top of the wheels. That's probably the collision on part that would stop something first. Okay, let's drop this thing. Interesting. It's kind of a laggy drop. This one has pistons right here. So if I hit the appropriate button, it extends the wheels out. I get bigger wheels on both sides. Not sure why I did that. Just did it. Yeah, that guy, of course, drives to the end. This thing, you got to think it's 100% reliable. I don't think I've ever died in this one yet. So let's watch that change during this video, huh? That'd be funny. Not really. Okay, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. Just a couple things I've been working on. Let's see, while I'm driving, can I find something else? Ooh, Easter truck. I'm going to do a video on that in a couple of days. Oh, I'm going through the paint stage. And it looks like, did I survive? Oh, jeez. Okay, my chair's still intact. That's good. But boy, that wheel looks like it's seen better days. Oh, that thing's in trouble. Alright, so, what else do I have to load here? The delivery truck, I did a tutorial on that. Big wheeler, did a tutorial on the small version of that. Tiny trucks, same thing as the delivery truck. Okay, I'm blind here, I can't see the treasure. Where the heck am I? Alright, gonna say good enough. I will I'll load this one and just show it to you. Loading. There we go. So this guy has got some spinners on the front. They're made of plastic. They take out the blocks. It's really fun to watch them chew away the blocks at the lighthouse stage. Unique stuff about this vehicle, the wheels. So the inner wheels, let me hop in my chair here. These inner four wheels do the turning, and you can see the height difference. They're like 0.5 maybe lower than these outside ones. The outside ones don't do any turning at all. They're just the back wheels. The reason I put those on there is that if you lose the driving wheels or touching the ground and hitting the rocks the most, you got like a backup. And of course they're attached to the outside shell, so it's not like they're using the same axle or the same common piece here. The other thing you'll notice is that you can't see the protection blocks from here. The reason for that is this piece of gold, and of course the piece of gold I've got stacked on top of that. So there's two pieces of gold right there that have transparency set to 75%. So out here on the front, all of this stuff, if you click on any of these items, they are 25%. Added together, 100% transparency. So I can see all this stuff, but when I'm driving, I don't necessarily want to see it. I'd rather see where I'm going. I'd rather see the rocks that I need to avoid, or the explosive things. Any number of reasons I would not want to have all that junk in my way. If you're driving like this, you're kind of blind to what's actually coming at your wheels. It helps you steer and control better that way. So if you have the option, or you want to try something like that, just add up the percentage of transparency, and if it adds up to 100%, then you're going to be able to see right through everything. You can also use that for like a one-way glass kind of thing. So there's this one, same sort of deal as other vehicles, a big protection block out front. This is a big counterweight underneath here. This one is an additional counterweight, so I put one inside of the other one. That's another thing you can do if you have space constraints or something. You can stack the counterweights inside of each other. Once they're invisible, of course. Nobody's going to see it if it has interference or something. Doesn't matter. The reason I had to put an extra one on the back, you can notice it's back behind the center point of the main vehicle here, is because there's the wheels that drive these spinner things. They have weight to them. Even though all of the rest of this is plastic up here, those wheels weigh something, and they are sticking out, way out away from the center point. This counterweight doesn't quite compensate for it. It probably should, twice as big or something, or go back farther. But it's good enough. You don't want to overcompensate either, because then it's tipsy in the wrong direction. And of course, there's always a possibility of running into something with these wheels. And if you do that, you knock those wheels off, then you've got this real back-heavy vehicle that you can't compensate for, and it's just then it's just going to stick up in the air like this and float down the river. So anyway, I better cut this video off and say have a great weekend or week, and Captain Mick 56 signing off. Thanks for watching. Bye.